It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Celtics in Boston. Well, for Boston, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. Tonight, 2 teams that have
good luck out there. The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer on our sideline, David Aldridge, and our very special guest, Hall of Famer to be, one of the greats ever to step on the pro hardwood, the one, the only Kevin Garnett. KG, it's great to have you with us.
K-Hall, it's always great to see you, man.
And the Nets head back to Brooklyn after today's contest. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And it's in your DNA. You come up against a natural rival.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is...
All right, David. Kevin, you talk a lot about passion, but also fundamentals. Who are some of the guys you faced that had great footwork that you admired and maybe even picked something up in terms of footwork after watching them play?
You know, footwork that jumps right out at me. Charles Barkley had really good footwork.
Interesting.
He was 6'4", undersized.
Yes.
He was able to use his body a lot. He was very physical. A lot of people don't know Charles Barkley had an unbelievable vertical. Yeah, Tim Duncan had really good feet also. Rasheed Wallace had really good feet work. Shaq, believe it or not, I didn't really guard a lot of Shaq, but Shaq had a really good feet. You know, you can really go through the whole catalog of guys. I'm thinking Zach Randolph, because he was always opening up. Chris Bosh had really good feet.
Great names. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Allen is out there with AI, and it's Russell in at point guard. And And here are the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Kicks it to Allen. Ilgauskas in the post. He's against Morris, and that one good. Ilgauskas has got his second bucket.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Launches a three. Morris, no good.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Pass to LeVert. And Ilgauskas kicks to Russell. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Allen's got his first 2 points of the night.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
And a wide open look for Irving. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
And, Kevin, you were drafted back in 1995, straight out of high school. You ever wonder how your career might have been different had you played some college basketball?
When I look at college, those are people that are going to, if not preparing themselves for something else. I was doing the same thing at a rapid rate, doing it through college.
Very accelerated rate.
Very accelerated rate. What people was getting in 4 years, I was probably getting in 6 months, if not 3 months, and have to understand and articulate it. Then I got to block out. I got to understand what all that is and how finance and economics work and how it affects me. And now I got to strategize for when I'm going to do certain business moves throughout this whole season and be able to talk to an owner and talk and negotiate and go back and forth within a certain timeline. This is all stuff that you don't get in a book. No, this is all on the ground. You got to learn it, and you got to have a passion for it. You can't sit back and let somebody do your job for you. You got to know what it is. To be able to teach someone something is elite to me. So,
and it was a process, and you enjoyed the process, though, right? Because you were a sponge. You absorb so much as from a person watching you go through all this.
Kev, I'm a student.
Yeah.
And you know me. You've been knowing me since I was a kid. You saw my growth. You saw when I struggled. One thing about struggle, you always have a chance to do something about that. I like to think that in life you have a choice. You can, it's what you do and how you do it. And I've always wanted to be a person of quality. I've always wanted to be a person of class. You know that. And I'm a professional, and I was taught that you don't get to pick and choose when you're a professional. And I like to think that I've learned through my mistakes and have applied the stuff that I've learned through my mistake. Some of the things I'm teaching these young guys, some of the things I'm talking to these young guys about is just simple experiences and how I messed up. And if I can do it over, I would do it like this. And if I could talk to, my parents, and I have parents like your parents, I would sit down and I would say this. Relating to these young guys, understanding these young guys, understanding, period, says a lot for everything, bro. That's what I've learned through all of this.
Russell passes to Ilgauskas. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
He hits the second from the line. KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now.
Kev, that fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, SI, and I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which is very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I have been through and where I was at. I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
The Celtics have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Irving for 3. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Boy, he's so good at creating shots in that mid-range area. D'Angelo, a difficult guy to stay close to.
Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. A floater, and it's Russell with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot by Carroll, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Boston. Trailing by 4. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Guys, they deserve a lot of credit for not losing focus and letting one slip away. They came to play every time, and I expect that'll be the case tonight.
Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. The offensive rebound, Ilgauskas, and it's blocked. Irving against Russell. Irving finds Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Brown is checked in for Boston. The Nets also changing it up. Harris comes in for Amar'e Carroll, and Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release. Mark it up.
And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it. Yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed, we had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are, and it pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time for the perfect threesome, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman, and then him transferring and going to L.A. doing that with Kobe and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down, we ain't going to help you up, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to share the ball in offense. We're going to move it. We're going to have multiple players. We're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. It showed. I mean, to have that just like historically good. Daniel Tice is checked in for Boston. Rozier comes in for Irving. Napier kicks to Ilgauskas. Harris dishes to Ilgauskas. A fadeaway, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ilgauskas has got 9.
Well, I tell you what, I like the clip he's shooting at. Extremely effective. If you're on defense now, you got to get the ball out of his hand.
Passes it to Brown. And he converts the layup. And the Celtics lead by 1.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
Napier kicks to Dinwiddie. AI outside. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. That's 12 points for AI.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Hayward on the wing. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Kevin, you think about the work that goes into being an elite player. Describe that. What did you try to accomplish?
What are you going to do in these positions right here? When they trap you, how are you going to get the ball out? When you're not trapped, when you're one-on-one, what are the moves you're working on down here? Okay, on the right block. Okay, what about the left block? What about the top of the key? You get an ISO top of the key, what are you going to do? 5 seconds, what are you going to do? So you have to invest in yourself. After you get done with that, that's probably 45 minutes to an hour. You go in, you shower, you get done with that, you take your behind home, you sit, you rest. Now you, obviously, as a person, you're living as a human being, your everyday life. But yeah, it's a lot.
Sounds exhausting.
It is, but it is a cycle that you are able to create for yourself. And once you're in it, and it turns over like an every day. You know, this is what you do every day. Sort of like a routine. And once you get that routine, it is what it is. And I was able to keep a routine for 21 years.
Amazing.
Amazing. And you know what?
21 years.
21 years, I added things onto my routine. But if you ask anybody to play with me, they see my routine. I did my routine every day. Never missed a day of not doing my routine.
Misses off the left iron.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Down low. Here's Tice. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. That one misses. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, fortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance. Felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
AI outside. Tipped away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Celtics making a change here. Baines is checked in. Davis is checked in for the Nets. And Kevin, your time with the Celtics, you had the big 3. Big 4 even when you consider Rajon Rondo. There had to be a leader. And I know you guys all deferred to Paul because he was there.
Yeah. Well, this is think about it though. We all shared in different types of leadership. Paul Pierce was a great leader in all that what you possess. I was more vocal and more energetic. Ray was more wise and more of a wording and understanding of concept and what we were all there for, and constant reminding. You know, not to say that you didn't have some young ones buck back or whatever. It's part of it. In that whole thing, we're all learning something. We're all adjoining. We're all sinking each other, good and bad. We're learning how to talk through things that, you know what, you use in your everyday life. Things that we use in our locker room, we were able to take out of our own and use in our everyday life and communicate better and not be frustrated and let you go and hear your point and then hear it from your side. A lot of good points in what we did, man. Seriously.
Life things, too.
True growth. True growth when you really think about it, you know? True growth. Real
Amazing.
time.
Down low, it's Morris and Horford. Smart is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bulls was tremendous. He ended up with 31 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul line. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
And Morris throws it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Kicks it to Ilgauskas. Over Morris. Not enough on that one as it misses. And Kevin, to see you come in straight out of high school into the NBA, you forget, but it was so historic because we had not seen a high school player in such a long time.
Right. Yeah, at that time, you know, it was 20 years before anybody had ever thought of the idea. I figured that I had the work ethic and the passion and the appetite for it. And I never looked back. I never second-guessed my decision. And when I did second-guess myself, I got in the gym and changed it.
Greatest picks in the history of the draft.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, His handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Celtics leading by 6. The pass to Horford. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Shabazz Napier's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Napier feeling it out a bit. Pass to Carroll. There's the dish to Ilgauskas. Napier kicks to Carroll. They get it back. Allen shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter. Celtics leading by 6. Outside Irving. Over Napier. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And Kevin, you said the league should allow every team a chance to host the All-Star game. What would they find if it went to every NBA city?
All our NBA cities are really dope cities. That's first off. And I think that we should be able to not only highlight those cities, but cities should be able to make money and bring in festivals and bring in food. And we should be able to go to OKC, if not Portland, and enjoy that city for whatever it has to offer. That's true travel, and I think that, it teaches us something. Oh, man, you never knew what was up in the Northwest until you get up there or wherever it is. So, I would like to see it go outside of its boundaries. I would like to see the All-Star game be like overseas one time. I don't know. I know it's super expensive, but it'd be dope to have the All-Star game in
London.
In London one time, right? That'd be super dope,
Pretty
right?
good, yeah.
I mean,
we're
breaking boundaries here. We're doing everything, Man, maybe 2K can put it on the sun.
Maybe they can.
2K is known for, being innovative and right. 2K put it on, man.
Put it on. Let's do it.
Adam will do it.
We're going.
Right.
Passport's ready.
You already know.
Here we go.
Already
Yeah,
universal, right? I'm waiting on 2K to put the game on Mars.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Mars version. I want to be on that. Y'all heard me say that, right?
Back to AI. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Irving. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. And good that time. And now it's an 8-point Boston lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Napier passes to Ilgauskas. The Nets working the ball around now, and he comes up with the deuce.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Irving dishes to Tatum. Pass to Horford. He kicks to Irving from 11 feet away, and it's Boston with another.
This quarter has been all him, all about him. They're getting it to him in his spots, and he's taking over.
AI outside. The feed to Carroll. Now here's Napier, covered by Irving. Napier passes to Ilgauskas. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists now in this one.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservative. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And KG, I know you've got to run, but as always, you've always got a home here. Thanks for stopping by. And please come back.
Man, K-Hall, man, thank you. Thank 2K, man. I appreciate y'all bringing me through here, man. Anytime y'all need the guy, y'all let me know, man.
The best, Kevin Garnett. And Clark, it's amazing. KG was the alpha dog as a player. and he just continues to carry that with him. That's who he is.
And, you know, I think that's who he will always be, too, Kevin. Seemed like he had the attributes of being a leader and grew into that even more as he was mentored by guys like Sam Mitchell and others. So he's the kind of guy with his personality, his charisma, his work ethic that others find it easy to look up to.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar. And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Out left to the wing. Napier finds Allen. Back to Napier. To the paint. Here's Ilgauskas. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here is Irving. From deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Dinwiddie and LeVert teaming up as the backcourt. AI is out there with Allen, and it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. Morris outside. Passes it to Horford. They get a hand on it. Here's Dinwiddie to the middle. He dishes it to Allen. Here's Ilgauskas. Bangs home the trifecta. Ilgauskas has got 23 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Horford, no luck.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. And it's in there.
And, guys, once Irving finds that groove, it's really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear. Will take any shot out there on the floor.
Here's the pass to LeVert. To the middle. 5 to shoot. And it's Ilgauskas missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half. Tatum
kicks to Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Inside, as we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. You know, I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Ilgauskas tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Boston. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Horford. In the corner, it's Morris. Celtics passing it around. Irving with the ball. And the dunk by Horford.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Marcus Morris. Gordon Hayward comes in for Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Marcus Smart. Russell against Irving. Hayward looking over the floor. Here's Rozier. That shot is off. Davis with some nice D.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Irving. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Boston making a switch here. Baines is checked in. To the inside. Shot from 6. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Ilgauskas.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now here's Irving. He's got 20. Hayward passes to Rozier. A steal. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Feeds to Ilgauskas. It's rebounded by Tice.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Rozier looking around. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, Irving with it. Over Russell. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Timeout called, the Nets.
Well, for so long, so many were wondering what Kyrie was thinking when he left Cleveland. What is clear now, though, is that Irving doesn't think about it and has flourished on his own. It seems that he really did just need his own team to become the player he's become.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Down low. And with a quick break in the action, let's now take a look at the top rookie free throw shooters in the NBA. Look at Ilgauskas, deadly on the stripe. Someone you do not want to foul.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And it's hard to score in this league as a rookie. The charity stripe is one place where you can get some easy points. where nobody's on you. And he's learned to take full advantage of that.
And so he makes both from the line.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now Rozier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Chalk up 2 there. And the Celtics lead by 8. And for Irving, he has let more of his personality come out on and off the floor, Greg, now that he has his own team.
Yeah, it really does feel like we are watching a new chapter in Irving's development as a player. Still has the great shot and handles that make him so deadly with the ball. And just visually, while the leadership is also evolving, he just seems more in control of his game and even more lethal as a player.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Ilgauskas, good.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And here is Rozier. Inside. Out to Hayward. Goes back up. Back to Baines. Pass to Rozier. Pulls up. Misses off the right iron. Nets trail by 6. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Back to Russell. High post, Davis. Baines is there. Davis, the pass to Ilgauskas. Count that one. Ilgauskas has got 34 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
From 12 feet out. And it's Brown missing. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The feed to Hayward. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Hayward's got his first basket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Russell kicks to Ilgauskas. Back to Russell. Count the basket. Russell's got 11.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Rozier. Rebound, Brooklyn. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Tice, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hayward on the wing. Brown against Russell. But he recovers it. The pass to Rozier. From deep. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Dinwiddie. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 2.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And Baines kicks to Rozier. Takes the 13-footer. And it's Rozier again missing. Brooklyn's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Ilgauskas, good.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And one thing, Clark, about the Nets, they've shown in the last couple years that they are willing to take a risk on players.
And in many cases, it's worked out for them, Kevin. They traded for D'Angelo Russell when his value was rather low, so Taking a risk on players who hadn't worked out for other teams has paid dividends, and I'd throw Damari Carroll in that category as well for them.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Tatum, he's checked in for Aaron Baines, and it's Kyrie Irving in for Terry Rozier. Then for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Crabbe comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Napier in for D'Angelo Russell. Tatum drives in. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
And Davis puts it in.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Back to Irving. Teardrop shot. A beautiful reverse layup. Irving's got 24 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Napier finds Crabbe. Pass to Ilgauskas. That shot off the mark.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving for three. Again, Irving missing. Ilgauskas against Hayward. And it's Ilgauskas missing. Brown outside. Off the mark. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Irving at point with Brown to his side. They're the backcourt. Down low, it's Morris and Horford. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Outside Irving. Dishes it to Tatum. Kicks it to Horford. Pass to Irving. Over Napier. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now here's Napier. T right on him. AI right side. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Ilgauskas has got 39.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Irving looking for an opening. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Irving's got 12 points in just the second half. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Feeds it to Napier. Out to Harris. AI outside. The shot. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Tatum. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim.
Hey, that mid-range game, I know everybody wants to shoot threes and you've got to have it in your quiver, but the in-between game, that helps you become an all-around scorer.
Napier with it, guarded now by Irving. Harris, good.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
Irving passes to Tatum. There's the triple. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it. Ilgauskas dishes to Napier. Pass to Crabbe. Ilgauskas with it. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Tatum. That one off the back iron and out. Nets leading by 6. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Napier kicks to Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. 2 points. That one goes. Ilgauskas has got 41.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been awesome.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Irving. Brown the pass to Tatum. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Ilgauskas. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Irving finds Horford. Back to Irving. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Back to Napier. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Outside Tatum. Shoots over Carroll. That one wide left.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
He feeds it to Allen. Here's LeVert. In the corner, it's AI. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 8. Outside, Smart. Outside, Irving. Excellent D there from Allen.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now, here is Irving. Napier covering. Irving with the ball. Out to Morris. Fires from deep. That one doesn't go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. It's stolen by Morris. Tatum dishes to Smart. Here's Horford. And Allen with the block. And he's able to get it back. Horford no luck.
Well, he mistimed it just a skosh. Don't think the defense really had an impact. I think he just flat out missed it.
Celtics trail by 11. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Allen with the block. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. From the baseline. Tatum's shot is off.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Morris against Ilgauskas. Here's Dinwiddie. Back to AI. Just 5 to shoot. Morris with the rebound.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
To the left side wing. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Allen pulls in another board.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
AI left side. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Ilgauskas has got 48.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
A nice shot by LeVert.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
And you know what, Greg? They are crushing it on both ends. I mean, in total control right now.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
You know, Karis LeVert came into the league as a scoring wing, but has changed into a playmaker. I mean, he developed into a primary ball handler out of necessity, and it's a role he's thrived in. He attacks the defense and can finish at the rim himself or find teammates.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Set it up, bring the play in.
Out to the right wing. Morris passes to Irving. The kick out to Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist in the game. And LeVert has described his game as constantly evolving, something backed up as his transition from wing to simply playmaker.
Yeah, he's a high character, high quality young man, and he's gone through a ton of injuries going back to his days at Michigan, getting more and more comfortable with the ball in his hands because he's a guy that can make plays, and I think his game is just going to continue to grow as the years pass.
7-foot shot. And no good, trying to use the glass. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. He got it again, sensational.
My goodness, 50 for the ace.
Yep, he is putting on a show. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Irving kicks to Smart. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Irving. The three from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
In this day and age, you've got to have the three-pointer in your arsenal, so it's nice to see Tatum working on his three-point shot.
Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. 1:19 left to play in the final quarter. AI left side. Fader on the way. Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Brooklyn.
Didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them, but man, how things changed in a hurry.
Man, I'd say it was gutsy, Kevin, in terms of what they were able to do in that comeback. An incredible amount of fortitude when facing all of that adversity. And not just to come back, but how about to come back and win going away?
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.